Rabbi Sai, it's coming down, the rain. It's a monsoon here, mid-August. Well, we gotta learn. We have to learn. I started the video outside already to show the Olam. We learn even when it's raining.
Why wouldn't you?
No, I was home already, so like, the family's like, "What? You're going outside?" I said, "For Taita! For Taita!"
You say better.
Yeah.
My chavrusa could make it.
I said that.
And he's 4 miles away.
I said, my
I'm 4
chavrusa
blocks
comes.
away.
My chavrusa comes from Rockaway.
Yeah.
I can't. I have. My wife's like, "Oh, that's she makes cholent on Thursday. She said, does he wantable?" I'm like, "No, it's okay.
Cholent only Shabbos.
Only Shabbos." Okay, maybe give a quick vart. I'm gonna go get the Gemara. You can start already giving Torah. I got a very good hook for the rain. People are gonna start watching. They're gonna see the rain.
This shit, did I give it the white show?
Yeah.
Off the charts.
So tell them for 1 minute. Tell them.
Crazy. How many views?
They're waiting.
It was the #1 by far.
Tell them.
30,000 impressions?
Tell them what the video was. 30,000?
30,000, that's crazy, no?
Still going up?
Yeah, that's usually like what I get in a month.
There you go.
Maybe 90 or something? No, it just ended. Speaking with your Bronfeld on the phone, he told me a good shot. Aselacha Rav.
Yeah.
You have to make your Rav. Meaning, get there early to shear, stay late. Talk about
So you got to put in the effort.
330 views, 7 hours, 31,000 impressions. That's
Showing up on the homepage. What's the title of it?
Parsha Shoftim.
Well, that was last week's Parsha?
Yeah, originally I titled it Mincha Ma'ariv White Shul Shir. White Shul Mincha Ma'ariv Shir or something, and then I changed the title.
After it started doing well, you changed the title?
I changed it like 2 days later or something.
And then after you changed the title. Maybe someone somewhere.
They say that if you change the title, it helps the algorithm or something.
Well, they have the algorithmic Rav.
But literally, I mean, usually the whole month.
My pants are sopping. Absolutely sopping from the knee down.
Usually in a whole month, I get 10,000 impressions on everything. This was 30.
And when you're talking about the king who has the Sefer Torah?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Are people listening? Even though it's getting views, are people actually sticking around?
7 hours of watch time.
Sheesh.
300 views.
Well, a lot more than Chavrusa Daf gets, let me tell you. Chavrusa Daf gets 1 or 2 views. Maybe 4 if we're lucky.
Yeah, but
I didn't post yesterday's share. A lot of people probably not happy.
Total things did you put up? I think like 800
Oh, no. I'm like
For
100 videos.
for like 2 years. I don't know if it makes a difference. Whatever.
Pasha Shaiftim.
But
I'm searching Pasha Shaiftim a lot.
said a heavy one to sneeze. There's gonna have to be a part 2. We didn't have time to get it all in.
Didn't have enough time in the White Shul to do part 2 on sneeze.
Not to say there. Chav Zayin Amid Aleph.
And Tamid.
Today was a good day. They cleaned up the oil.
They're still working on it.
They still are? This
Oh.
rain's gonna wash it away, no?
Oh, I don't know how that works.
Does rain wash away oil spill?
I
They
don't
opened
know.
that Brockway Turnpike today, though.
Yeah, but the whole parking lot they're working on. I was talking to Reb Shmuel Grossman. He says like, it's not simple because if someone ever buys the property and does an environmental test, there's a bunch of gas on the property.
Is there? Doesn't come up from
I
water?
don't
Stays there
know.
forever?
I don't know. It sinks into the. I don't know.
Well, they have to get someone to cover the cost to fix it.
Yeah, you gotta. It's not. I'm sure it's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah.
Where are we up to? Amar?
Chav Zayin Amid Aleph. Amar Mar.
No, we did. Malcha
Before
Beis David.
Amar Chamisha al Chamisha.
Chamisha.
Domer Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi Chavta al Makomos Mikram Kran Levim V'zeh Echad Mehem V'Akol
That we did.
Levim B'nei Tzaddik.
We did that.
That's what we ended with.
Chamisha al Chamisha Shara Bayis. The Gemara is going to talk about the first Mishnah in Midos. Continues to do. 5 Levium stood guard at the 5 gates of Har Habayis. The Arba al Arba Pinaisa, 4 at the 4 corners of the Har Habayis, Mitoiche inside the walls. Chamisha al Chamisha Share Zara, 5 at the 5 gates of the Azara. The Arba al Arba Pinaisa, 4 at the 4 corners of the courtyard. Mibachutz, outside the walls. Ma'ishna Har Habayis. What is different about Har Habayis Davdina Mitoiche, that we put the guards from the inside? Umayishna Azara. And what's different about the Azara, the courtyard, Davdina Mibachutz, that we put the guards on the outside?
I think the Mefarish learns this a little differently, this question.
Go ahead.
On the top left. Maishna.
Top left.
Yeah.
How far? Ma'ishna Har Habayis. Okay. Bein Afnois Ben Asharim. Between the corners.
Ben Apinois?
Ben Apinois Ben Asharim.
And the next one also, Ben Asharim, Ben Apinos Azara. So it's going on both. Right?
That what? What do you mean?
It's going on both. The gates and the Pinois of the Azara. Did you learn it that way the first time?
So you have 5 at the 5 gates. They're inside the gate?
Okay. Okay, so what does the Gemara answer? Amri.
Where are the gates in this picture? Over here? No. This is the Azara. Oh, so here's the 5.
Yeah. Well, you were just pointing. Yeah.
Okay. And 5 of the Azara are outside. Yeah, okay, I see.
Okay.
But really, they're both in the same area. So the Har Habayis, the gates, if you're on the inside, you can see the people in the Azara on the outside. Amrei Har Habayis, with respect to the Har Habayis, the Itama Uvai Mesav, where if the watchman tires and wishes to sit, Yasef, he may sit. Amrina Mitoichai, but we say that if he stands guard on the inside of the, so he may sit, we say that he stands guard on the inside. So by the Har Habayis, if he gets tired.
Hold on. Amrina Misoicha. Kama. Azara ditama ba'al ma'isiv lo matzi yasiv. Zakama for Azara. The Amar Mar, in Yishib Azara l'malchi b'izdav b'il amrim b'chutz. Right, the Mefarish says the Itama. Klamar haya ayef melamud. Let's say he's tired from standing. L'matzi yasiv, etc. Dinim b'chutz. Dihavi Misoicha l'matzi yasiv. V'yev shalom ukayom. So in other words, we're differentiating over here by saying the Azara, the Har Habayis,
You're allowed to sit on
if
the
the Shomer
inside.
is going to get tired and weak from standing, he's going to want to sit, he could sit, no problem. Some we say they're going to be on the inside. Conversely, by the Azara, if he's going to get tired and he wants to sit, he can't sit.
So
Not allowed to,
therefore we
gotta
put him on
stand.
the outside?
Right. Therefore, if he's on the outside, then he'll be able to sit.
But
Don't
someone
have
watching the
violation.
Har Habayis can also sit on the outside of the Har Habayis. Why does he have to be inside?
He's guarding in there. He's guarding there. So he
Would
has
it
to be by the
make more
door.
sense to guard outside?
Why would he be in there in general? Maybe you want to be in there. It's a little holier. Look at this Mefarish over
Yeah,
here.
which one?
Mefarish. We'll go in order over here. The Itama. Climber. Hayif Malamud. Let's say he's tired from standing. If he's inside, he can't sit. But the guy can't stand the entire day.
What's like Matzah Yasa?
He's not able to sit. Because like the Gemara says in the continuation, you can't sit over there in that Zara. So you can't stand the entire day. Therefore we put on that.
Okay.
These Gemaras really remind me of the Yerushalmi. It's just very short to the point Shaklavitarius over here.
Omar Mar, Chamisha Shari Azara. 5 Levium stood guard at the 5 gates of the Azara. The Chamish Sharm Hu Dahavi Bazar. Were there only 5 gates to the Azara, to the temple courtyard? I Minhi. In Midas, Berak Alf Mishnah Dalit, Shiva Sha'arim Hayu Bazara. There were 7 gates to the courtyard. Shleisha Bet Safon, 3 in the north. Shleisha Bet Darim, 3 in the south. Echad B'Mizrach, 1 in the east. So that's 7, not 5. Amar Baya Trei Minai Letzri Chishimar. 2 of the gates did not require guarding.
Why not talk to Mefarish? Loi boy Yishimar Levium for the Levium Daha Kohana Begimel Shamri Lehu. Umay Nehu, because the Kohanim you had 3. What were they? The Shar Beis Hamoka, the Shar Beis Hanitzus, B'chesh V'nezayin Sharim Ka'chash B'lu Masis in the Midos. In other words, the middle gate in the north and the middle gate in the south were guarded through the 2 guards by the middle gates. That's how Rabbeinu Gershom and the Rosh learn this. The Mefarish takes a different opinion, and the Levium wouldn't guard in 3 places where the Kohanim were guarding. So those 2 places were where the Kohanim guarded. So you have a machlekes between the Mefarish and the Rosh, and Rabbeinu Gershom had to learn this answer. I could repeat that if necessary.
Yeah, repeat it.
Okay, there's basically an argument between the Rosh and Rabbeinu Gershom versus the Mefarish how to learn this Gemara. The Rosh and the Mefarish, which is actually how the Mesivta translates this answer, explains this answer, is that they didn't have by the middle gate in the north and in the south. They were covered by the gates, by the guards at the other 2 gates on the side.
Why they were so close?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the Rosh over here. In Dibur Maskam Rabbaye, Echa B'Safon V'Echa B'Dara Hamsoim Ki Nishmarim Al Yidei Shnayim Shematzrichin Shima. Mefarish says the Kohanim were involved here.
The Rosh says in the Mefarish, the gate of offering, the Shahar Karban, in the north was flanked by
flanked
by the chamber of the Nitzites and the Beis Hamikdash gate. The gate Shahar Karban in the south was flanked by the water gate and the kindling gates.
Right, there's actually an important textual change. For the end of the Rosh, it says Misidehen from the sides. Just shedding light over there.
And then what is who argues on the Rosh and the Mefarish?
No, the Rosh and Rabbeinu Gershom are saying not like the Mefarish.
Oh, and that was the Rosh I said.
Yeah. That's the Rosh.
Rava Amar Tanai.
It's always interesting when you when you try to translate the Gemara and answer. There's different ways of understanding the answer. Who you're going to go with, and they're not going with the standard Mefarish over here. It's just interesting.
Yeah. Sometimes the Rosh is brought down, I see here.
Yeah.
Rav Amar Tanahi. The number of gates in Azara is a matter of a machlekes Tanayim. The Tanya and Paichasin Mishleshasu Gizbarim. We post no fewer than 13 managers. The Rosh says these managers were entrusted with the care of the Azara. Specifically, they were in charge of the gates, the Mefarish says, and also Rashi to Hayrius, Yud Gamal Aleph Tiber Maskal Gizbar. It's not clear why Rosh specifies the Azara when the Gemara clearly understands the Bryce is referring to the Harabais as well. Moreover, Rosh himself says that the managers were appointed over each gate, apparently including the gates of the Harabais. Okay, but there's a Machlekes Tanayim where it says we have 13 managers, Mishiva Amarkalin, and no fewer than 7 supervisors.
It's very interesting that they're mentioned after because they have a higher position. The Mefarish says, Zion, Sorry, Hakol, Klomer, Memunim, Afal, Gizbarim. They're appointed even over the Gizbarim. Okay, interesting. Okay.
We post no fewer than 13 managers, right? That's what Tanakam said. Keneged Shleisha Asr Sh'arim, corresponding to the 13 gates. At any rate, Reb Nosson says there were 13 gates. Dal Chamisha the Harabayas. Deduct from them the 5 gates of Harabayas. Pashulhu Hamanya Dazara, and therefore remains 8 for the Azara. Alma Ikatana da Amar Timanya Havu. Evidently, there is a Tana Reb Nosson who says that there were 8 gates in the courtyard, not 7. Ikatana da Amar Shiva. And we know that there's another Tana who holds that there were 7 gates in the Azara. Vikatana da Amar Chamusha Hava. And so we can easily say that there's yet another Tana who says that there were only 5 gates.
Farish says,
Why did we come up onto the 5? Who said that?
Who said 5? Heisharim, who Davi Bazar, we said.
Oh, Chamisha Shai Azar.
Yeah. Talk to Mefarish, Rabinasa Naimer, Gizbarim Heino Sharim, that like the gatekeepers. V'zeh halasha nami ika b'sifri, toss on the sifri. Rabinasa he, Perusha Kam Mefarish, Lamahayu Gimel, explaining how there were 13. Boys and Beis Sharim, those gates. The Beis Hamokad that was in the Beis Hamokad. Chashvu, that's where they had the wood. Chashvi lahu kechad, they're considered like one. Hov agav ha'edad yahavikaimi, because they're by each other. Amalika mem dalit, timani havi. There are 44 and 8. I'm not sure what that's saying. Mem dalit. Oh no, Amalika manda amar. Rather, there's an opinion that says it was 8. Timani havi l'didain. According to him, Mikra dafka b'Levim ksiv lo l'hanim. The pasuk is referring to the Levim. Nakwanim. Amalika mandamar timani havi. V'tlasa tanai ninu. There's machlokas between 3 tanaim. Okay, straightforward. No more mafarish. Next Gemara.
Having concluded its analysis of the Mishnah Midas, the Gemara returns to examination of our Mishnah. The Mishnah said, They would not sleep, the Kahana would not sleep in the holy vestments. Rather, they would remove them and fold them, place them beneath their heads, and cover themselves with their personal garment. So they would use the holy vestments as a pillow. Sheinahu delight. It is only sleep that was not much to the Kahana while they were wearing the priestly vestments. But as for strolling, taking a walk, they were allowed to take a walk or perform some other discretionary activity in these big day kahuna, even something completely unnecessary for the avodah. Shemat mina, you may learn from this the general law, the big day kahuna nitnu hanais bahen. It's permitted for the kaihanim to benefit from the priestly investments, even when not performing the avodah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, why can't you sleep with him? No, try again.
I'll carry.
Carry on. Try again.
Carry on.
Here you go. Sheinahu.
Oh. What? Where are you?
Navari, Sheinahu. In the middle left.
Sheinahu Deloy. Shema Yafiach Behen Ugnai Hula Big Day Kodesh. Maybe someone will flatulate.
Right. So this reminds me of tefillin. What's the whole reason it's also to sleep with tefillin?
Because you might flatulate.
Right. I'll come back to that. Similar reason.
Someone can't, is like automatic, is about to, and they can't hold it in. They're supposed to pick up their head. So what? Someone in the big day couldn't flatulate?
Right.
And if it was an emergency?
There's no isser of Baal Tashaksu by holding in
With tefillin?
pass wind. Holding in platter, there's an issue. Depends how much you have to go.
So if someone has to go, they should take their tefillin off.
You have to be careful with tefillin. Just this morning when I was davening,
Yeah.
the chazan said, just cover me in case my stomach's a little whatever. He ended up making it through. But you have to know yourself. You shouldn't be davening it if you have stomach issues. It's an important point of davening.
Is there another Mefarish here?
Yeah, next one.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, you could walk. Why could you walk?
What?
Why could you walk with it on? Simple. You don't have this
No
reason, so it's fine. Even not doing that.
Like some things, like hektish or whatever it is, you're not allowed to have hana from it.
Correct.
Gamri.
Correct.
This is not that issue.
Correct.
You're allowed to live in them with
Correct.
them.
We see you could get pleasure from it. With the condition to get pleasure from it, even if you're not involved with the avodah. That's how that's how they sanctified it originally, and it's a condition of Beis Din Plug. It's actually machlokes in the Gemara towards the end of Yuma and Samach Tes. Okay, the Gemara continues. Amri, really, I tell you who didn't do Really, I tell you you can't even walk with him. They tell you that which it says, you that you can't sleep with him. You should the Bible is safe because I want to say it at the end. You could remove it and fold it and place it under your head. So that's what it says in the Sefer. So that's what it said in the Reisha, that you cannot sleep with it.
But you're not allowed to take a walk in it. So I don't understand. Why can't you walk in it, but you're allowed to use it as a pillow? Are you allowed to have hana with it or not? What's worse about walking in it than it is sleeping on it?
So the Mefarish, let's see if he addresses that. Sorry, the Mefarish before about Hiluch Mahalchem Hen. We saw the we saw the one who had in Ayri Be'isr Sheina. So the prohibition of sleeping. You could get pleasure me turn to a chain. It says under the head. Oh no, that's something else. So okay, so he's not addressing that issue over here. Why would walking be worse?
It says here, the Mefarish says.
It must be a later Mefarish or something.
Or maybe it's this Rashi in Yuma.
Okay, yeah, what do they say? They answer?
Since the kohen is not actually wearing the begadim, no disgrace is involved, even if the kohen passes wind while sleeping. So maybe they don't want
sleeping. Who cares? The question is your
maybe
benefit.
when walking,
you can't use a sitter as a
I think
pillow.
the issue is that while walking, take it off because you might end up disgracing it in some way while you're walking. So limit the amount of usage outside of
Why? Why is that disgrace?
What to accidentally flatulate?
No, when you're walking, you're not going to flatulate.
No, but if you could, then stay away from it. You might.
It's not a concern. It was never a concern of the Gemara.
Oh, it's later on.
Later on, it's going to get discussed. But why is it not discussed now? Really, I'll tell you, you can't walk.
That's when I get to it. Can't wait.
Should specify now. But itself is a question. When you said you could put it under your head. What do we see from over here? You can get pleasure from the garments that the Kohen's going to wear. And before we said you cannot. Aimon negative Hashem. Say by the head. What does that mean?
That answers the question.
Eitzo Hashem by the head, meaning it's not directly under your head. Meaning the question was coming, Zakta Mefarish before, it says under your head.
Right,
No, it's not under your head, which makes it worse, like we said before. The sitter's under your head, it's next to your head.
Right. I was going to say you're not concerned that you're going to roll over, but I see where Papa says that.
I would even say with the sitter would be a problem to lie next to it. You're not allowed to be on the same level as you're not allowed to be on the same level as a sitter or a sefer or a sefer. Amar Papa Shvamina tefillin and etc. Right, okay. Papa says you see from over here the tefillin, if it's adjacent to it's permissible. We're not concerned that maybe you're going to mignadar. We'll have to see the translation of the word, and then it's gonna you're gonna fall on it. It's not a problem necessarily of having a sitter or a sefer next to you that you're gonna it's gonna roll and it's a problem just being on an equal level to it. Okay, before the Hachanami Mistaber, Zakta Mefarish. What are these words over here? Amar Papa. So since we permit a prohibition from the Torah, the Hainu meaning big day kodesh, when it comes to this holy clothing, the asur lahanas behem, it's prohibited to get pleasure from it, shaloi b'shas avodah, not during the avodah. The afal pekin, and even so, should we only land yachachas miroisha? Still, you're allowed to put it under your head. Shaloi can I get roisho, not by your head. V'lo gazrinan, shalo yizgalgalu. We don't decree that it's shalo yizgalgalu, that it won't roll. Some change this. Okay, I like this text better. They changed the shema, and we don't decree that it might roll. If you have o can I get roisho, it's going to come by your head. V'nimsa moyel uboli de yisur daraisa comes out that you're getting pleasure from consecrated assets to the Beis Hamikdash, which would be a prohibition from the Torah. Shmami, what do we see from over here? Tefillin on that side, mutter tefillin from the side is permissible. La'anichan bein karlikasis, to put it between the pillow and the cushion or mattress. Shol can I get rosh, not by your head. We're not concerned until mignader v'nafel alai. Maybe it's going to roll and fall. So that's that word.
Does that mean under your pillow you put it?
Mignader is roll.
Yeah, but under your tefillin you're allowed to put it?
Yes.
Under your pillow, I mean?
Yes, and
you're
then
like using it to prop yourself up?
Yes, and then he says over here, V'havi yisura d'Rabbanan. It's only prohibition from the rabbis. The dami lebizayon.
That's if you roll on it.
It's like a disgrace. No, what this is saying over here is you could put them between your pillow and your mattress, not by your head. We're not concerned that you're going to be rolling on it.
Because it's under your pillow.
Right.
But putting it next to you is not good because you might roll on it.
Right, that's the shot. So therefore, it's prohibition from the Torah. It's similar to a bizayon, a disgrace.
So why by tefillin are we nervous that you're going to roll over it, but not by the big day kahuna?
The big day kahuna. What do we say in this step of the Gemara?
No, I guess what Papa said both. He said we're not concerned by tefillin.
Papa's just
talking
talking
tefillin.
We didn't get to the hachanami yet. He's going to discuss that there, the big kahuna.
Yeah, the hachanami. Yeah.
Okay, so I see that. Yeah. Let's just finish it. Since we permit something that it could lead to a prohibition, daraisa from the Torah, kol shekin the Islam, the mystery iser she'ein yachol lavo elidei yitzur abanos. Then we would certainly permit prohibition. They could only come to a prohibition from the rabbis. The Gemara continues, it is logical to say the keneged or shein by the head. If you want to say it's under the head, even though you get pleasure from tipuchim mishum yisur de kilayim. Why don't you say it's a prohibition of kilayim? What does that mean? Prohibition from kilayim? Says the Mefarish. Hachanami mistaber the keneged or shein. That's what we're talking about. If we were saying that it's under the head, even though we're talking about the you get pleasure from because of this, it's permissible to sleep at the time when they are under your head. The prohibition of you might come to flatulate. That's only when you're wearing it. So we're saying, really, even if it's under your head, it's fine. What about, we're worried about about someone flatulating? No, that's only when you're wearing it. That's hugnai. That's considered disgusting. Being karlik, I said between your pillow and the mattress, like you said, we're not concerned about that. Tifuglei, because if you want to say under your head, from the prohibition of kilayim, v'achanami. So over here, yachol l'taretz la'el. You could answer earlier. Kishateretz. Hey. Do you have hey not abbreviated?
Where are you?
The last mefarish.
Hey is abbreviated.
Yeah. The feeling who had din. Kishateretz. Within the filu ha'lechanami v'aydi alet sheyuchol l'tchos l'tochel l'eshas l'kaima.
Let me review the shot for the tire. First we said the Mishnah said they're not allowed to sleep in them, but they can put them under their heads.
Okay.
So then
you're not allowed to sleep in what? The big day kodesh.
Big day kodesh.
Okay.
Then we said, okay, fine. So we can learn from the Mishnah.
Why can't you sleep?
That's what the Mishnah said.
Yeah. Why? What was the Gemara's diuk?
Okay, so then the Gemara said sleep is not allowed, but for walking,
because of flatulation.
Right, but for walking, you're allowed to learn.
And that makes sense because when you're wearing it, and then it would be akin to
you're awake. Because you're awake. We're not up to the tefillin yet.
No. I understand. When we saw this Mefarish first,
Yeah.
before we saw the Gemara mention
Yeah,
tefillin,
yeah, it
I
would
said
be
this
similar
reminds me
to
of
tefillin.
Hilchos Tefillin.
Yeah,
That's what I
you're
said.
awake, you have
and I was
control.
totally on par over here.
Yeah,
I mean, I learned this.
But you're in
13 years
control,
ago, so I
you're
think-
awake,
whatever.
you have control, then across the board you're allowed to.
Right,
But
if
if you're
you're awake.
sleeping,
That's the difference.
you have
right?
no control.
Okay.
So, but we see over here that you're allowed to have hana from your big day kuna,
That's
right?
right.
Because you're laying on it.
That's it.
Or I'm sorry, you're walking with it, right?
You're wearing, yeah.
Yeah, you're wearing it.
It's called, yeah.
So then we said no. Even you're not allowed to even walk in it. The Mishnah says you're not allowed to sleep in
Because
it.
by the way,
What about
kilayim you're not allowed to wear.
right? We're not
Even
up
if you're going to sell it, you can't put two different items, right? If you have semen and pishtim, to sell it.
before Klein though.
I'm just talking pleasure over here. Just
He
explain.
keeps saying what the Gemara is about to say.
No, forget what the Gemara is going to say. I'm just saying, why is it considered pleasurable? We see from the halacha by kilayim.
Why is it not just obvious that a guy's wearing a shirt? That's hana. He's not naked.
Right, that's a point. The question is, let's say he's already wearing clothing anyways, and it's a summer, so it's uncomfortable. Would that be considered a potential?
No, it's not.
Okay, fine. All right, carry on.
Okay, fair.
All right, carry on.
So then we say no. This you wanted to make a deal that you're allowed to have hana. Let me just tell you something. You're not allowed to even walk in it. The Mishnah said that you're not allowed to sleep in it. Okay, but the Mishnah. Oh no, I gotta get back to my standby. So we said, that diak? No, you're not allowed to even. You're not allowed to get any hana from it, right? You're not allowed to
Even walk. That's probably the
even
shot because it's
walking
not.
with it.
Now we understand that line. We don't understand that. Before.
And this idea that you said.
Why did the Mishnah only say sleep? Why didn't it say walk then? If we're gonna say that walking is also a problem, so then why specifically was sleeping specified?
Teach you
Right.
that you're allowed to put it under your head.
What? No, that was because the later part of the Mishnah. It wanted to be consistent.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
So the Gemara said no.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to even walk in it. And this that the Mishnah said, why did it single out sleep, that you're not allowed to sleep in them?
Symmetry.
Is because the Tana wants to teach the later part where it
Nice
says
symmetry.
that you're allowed to remove it and fold it and put it under your head. So therefore, in order to lead to that, they were talking about sleep. Because the second half is talking about sleep, so that's why the first half was addressing sleep. But really, you're not allowed to walk in it.
Right.
And
there's my symmetrical staircase right there.
yeah, but hold on, yeah.
Yeah.
But how does this stem well with the sefer that says you're allowed to have hana by putting it under your head? I guess that's in the Gemara's next question. I have a kasha.
That's right.
The end of the Mishnah says you're allowed to put it under your head.
Right.
So you see that you are allowed to
Right.
get benefit from
Right.
it.
Right.
So are you allowed to walk in it and get benefit? Because
Right.
you can sleep under it. Gemara says no. This idea of walking it, you're not allowed to walk in it, you're not allowed to sleep in it, and you're not allowed to sleep on it. Because when it says
by your head, not
under your
under.
head, it's next to your head.
Right.
So then the Rav Papa says, you want to say, Rav Papa says, by the way, you learn from the Mishnah that leaving tefillin to the side of someone's head
Not
while
under
sleeping
the head, right.
is mutter, and we're not concerned that he's going to roll over it onto him, right?
Right.
Because if you see that they're allowed to use the big day kodesh, they're allowed to put the big day kodesh next to their head, then so too tefillin, we're also not concerned. So then the Gemara says no. By the Kayanim, we put it next to the head.
Wait, what? Something got rejected? You get to Rav Papa? Yeah, you just said Rav Papa.
Rav Papa.
If the tefillin's not under your head, that it's fine. But I consider that you're gonna roll over. Okay, then what?
Okay, fine. So then the Gemara says Hachinam Mistaber. It's more logical to say that the Mishnah put it next to their head, as we previously said, rather than under them. Because if you put it under it,
We as in the Gemara right before Rav Papa. Yeah.
then even if we say it's mutter for the Kahanim to get benefit, let it show that sleeping on them is. I don't understand what the Gemara is doing here.
Then let it say that it's a problem with the kilayim over there. What does that mean? It's logical to say that the intention of the Mishnah is referring to the big day kahuna, that it's by your head, not actually under your head. Because if
Why?
we're going to say that it's under your head, even though.
That even though you're allowed to walk with it.
No. That don't answer the question. Wait a second. How could you get pleasure from the big day kahuna because of me'ilah?
Right? No. But
you
it
said
says
you could get pleasure
when it
not
says
doing the
nihi
avoda.
denitnu lahainis behen, meaning like it's more mistaber to say that it's next to the head, because if you're going to say it's under your head and you taka are allowed to have hana from it, such as walking with
Say
it.
it's a problem because of kiloim.
Say it's a problem because of kilayim.
Right, and from the fact that you didn't mention kiloim in the shatnez issue, so what do we see from there?
And shatnez would be applicable both by laying and walking around with it, right?
Right, so we see that the problem is
So it must be that it's next to the head, because we didn't come on to the kilayim.
because we didn't come to kiloim.
Ha
Wait,
nichalaman.
hold on before that. Says the Mefarish one more time. Achlam yistaber the neged rashen. Kachosh dito chazayich tachas mamish. Yehidin Israel husband mishum hachim mutulishim smashvin tachas roisho.
And walking, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Now I got it. Okay. Achlam yechol tar tzul tishtur sefila. Okay, fine. Okay, so now we turn the page.
So ha nichalaman da amar.
Yeah. This is good.
What was the last Mefarish saying?
The last one?
Mm-hmm.
He says you could have answered earlier.
About kilayim?
We're not talking about walking, but we just pushed it off how the Gemara over here rejected it. It's going on the earlier Gemara saying it could have been pushed off the same way. Okay. So now this man damer is actually not in midos, it's in yuma. Yeah. Screwed up there.
Okay, ha nichalaman da amar.
It's gonna go to the two dots, it looks like, so we'll get there.
Where's that? Era?
Around
Terasco?
15 lines down. Yeah. You're carrying it.
Okay.
This is good according to the opinion who says that the Avnei of the Kohen Gadol was not the Avnei of the Kohen Hedjoy. The Avnei of the Kohen Gadol during the rest of the year, the Divrei Hakol Shel Keloim, according to everyone, it is made of Keloim. That is not like Lo Zehu Avnei Shel Kohen Hedjoy. That's not like the Avnei of the Kohen Gadol. Those Kohen Gadol Havi Shalom Shel Hedjoy Lo Keloim Shapir. The Avnei of the Kohen Gadol was made out of Keloim, unlike the Avnei, which is like a type of belt of the regular Kohen, not the Kohen Gadol, Kohen Hedjoy.
Yeah.
Was not Keloim.
Yeah, so that's how we can explain the Mishnah as referring to somebody who's laying on it. That's how we could, meaning even though in the last Gemara we came out that it's next to the head, not on it, but even if you say that it is on it,
there's no problem with Keloim.
There's no problem with play.
Right. Rather, the opinion who says that the Avnei of the Kohen Hedger is going to be like the Avnei of the Kohen Gadol, then what are you going to say? Hey, he says in the Mefarish Kohen Hedger. Nami, how you do Keloim? Kimoshel Kohen Gadol, or what are you going to say? Because now you have a Keloim issue. The Gemara says, V'chitim, and maybe you'll say the Gemara is going to entertain the possibility. Chitim Keloim, Be'aliyah V'lavisha, Hu Da'aser, Aval Mimach, Tutete, Shapir Dami. Maybe you're going to say that the whole problem of the kiloim is when you're putting it on and wearing it. That's when it's prohibited. But to put it under your head, that will be permissible. Says the Mefarish, Mutter lahatzio v'lishna gabrav. It's quite an interesting hava amina. We definitely don't hold that way in halacha. What's this word ba'aliyah? The levisha. What is the translation of that word? Meaning putting it on your body and levisha. What's the difference? Do they specify a difference? I haven't seen a difference over here. Maybe. Maybe if you're wearing
maybe
it
as
a poncho. What's the difference between the two types of dress? Maybe you're wearing it like a poncho. I don't know the difference between the two. But anyways, the pasuk says lo yaleh alecha. You can't put it on you. You can put it under you.
Yeah, because like.
That's what they say.
No. But putting on sounds like because they've had like. Yeah, no. Wearing it is when it like. Circles your body, circles your limbs, circles your limbs. Wearing it is just like your torso, right? Didn't they have like certain kahuna that you just it's over the neck and that's it?
Yeah. Okay, so it says that what Josh you could put it under the Chacham said, the rabbi said, also maybe you're gonna have one strand that is gonna go on your skin, and then it's gonna be certainly an issue of kilayim. Says in Mefarish, when you're going to get hot from that, and that's going to be pleasurable, it's inevitable that you're going to do it, and it's going to be a problem. And if you have a garment that is weaved from the second side, even from one side is prohibited to get pleasure from. It is all kilayim. It's prohibited to sleep on that. That is a stringency of kilayim. Over here, it's not permissible since it is not needed for the avoda. Yeah, continuing the Gemara?
Yeah, so that man, the Amar, would never stem well with our Mishnah if it ever meant putting it under your head.
Right.
So it'd always be climb.
Right. Maybe you'll say.
What is the Bayisema? What was the first answer?
Which Bayisema?
Oh, sorry, where are you?
I was just doing that Mefarish.
Oh, sorry.
You saw this Mefarish? You've been following me?
No, I was doing the Gemara and then I didn't realize you went there. How far did you get in the Gemara?
Before the second Vechitema, before Rabbi Shuv and Levi.
The second Vechitema? Oh, okay. I did that second. That's where I lost it.
Yeah, okay.
So you were going so fast. I was like, wow, he's doing the Gemara so fast.
No. Look. So you see this Mefarish? I don't know if they quoted this over there, what you were just looking at. Shema Tichrach. One thread might go on you.
Yeah.
You're going to get hot, and it's going to be it's going to be inevitable that you're going to get pleasure from it.
But it's psekration delay nichale.
Why is it delay nichale? It's nichale. You're getting pleasure from it. That's the whole point that he said in the beginning.
See, subis stuff. Where is it? Psekration delay
nichale.
all
over.
Sorry,
first part. Ubeged sha'adar bo kilayim. Vav over there, whatever. Ubeged sha'adar bo kilayim misad sheni afilu misad echad also lahanis mimeno. You can't get pleasure even if it's from the other side. There's kilayim, and only one side's hitting you. Dekulu havi kilayim. It's kilayim. You can't sleep on it. It's a stringency of kilayim. Over here, it's logical to say they didn't allow it because it's not needed for the avodah. Continuing the Gemara. Maybe they'll say the mafsik midi. There's something that's interrupting in between, that's separating it. Can't be. We have a statement. The Gemara Psachin of Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon Levi. Rabbi Yosi ben Shaul Mishum Kila Kadisha. They all said in the name of this holy Kila Kadisha Yerushalayim. The holy Kila of Yerushalayim. Why were they called holy? The Rav Nisim Gon.
They were tznius.
The Rav Nisim Gon in Brachos on Tes Amud. Beis addresses that. Ein Sham. Afilu Eser Matzah Zoh Agav Zoh. Even if there were 10 cushions, one another. The Kilayim Tatechim, and there was Kilayim under all of them.
That's the princess on the P. She has 10 mattresses, and there's a P-E-A underneath. She still feels it. Same thing with Shatnez. Shama feels it, even if it's
whoever made up that story, they stole it from this halacha.
Yeah.
Elo Shmami, no, whether would we see from here neged Roshain, it must be by the head, because of this question it cannot be under. Says in the Farish, the Kevan Shalok neged Roshain.
So that's where I was saying, meaning
the
Shma Mina means that according to that Manda Omar, you can never have a case where it's underneath your head.
Yeah.
The Mishnah would never stem with that understanding.
Right. The Kevan, I think he takes out the word shalom. Hagos V'Siyunim in Osiyud. It looks like the Bach is also going to remove that. Yeah, he's going to take out shalom. Wouldn't make sense with shalom. So since it was keneged Roshain, it was by the head, not under it. There's no stringency of kilayim. This stringent we're not going to be because it's a recognition, and we're not going to come to a prohibition. So what was your point?
The Shma Mina?
No, your point that you said.
Which
40
one?
seconds ago, you said one point.
Ela Shma Mina neged Roshain.
Yeah.
The Mishnah can never stem well with the Manda Amar that says it's shatnez.
Okay.
And it's under the head.
Right.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, for sure.
But then the Gemara says Viba Yisema. But the Viba Yisema, we never had. No, I'm just saying. Viba Yisema assumes that we had a good answer to begin with. We never really had a good. The first answer was.
By the same, it disregards the first answer.
Oh,
Nothing to
okay.
do with it. It doesn't have to do with it.
But whatever answer it's about to say is better than whatever, because we never had an initial good answer. We just said, yeah, it doesn't work for that mandama.
Okay.
Maybe that's why the Gemara kept going with, and if you want to say because it knew that it didn't have a good answer for that mandama.
Okay. But Oisun Chain Kilayim. What's that referring to? Those that don't have Kilayim. Never had Kilayim. 14 often on the Sabbath. Says in the Farish. We're talking about it doesn't have Kilayim. The Manik Pass the Shin is going on. So you refer to Logo Tzvim Lahebi Yubai Same.
The Rush says the hat and the, what's the tunic? The shirt? Rabbeinu Gershom says the pants. Since they do not contain shanas, they can be placed beneath the head. Right, that's a good answer. We should have thought of that. In that, not every garment that every garment the Kohen had. But let me ask you, according to that mandama that says that there's shatnas in it, the other shatna stuff you cannot put next to your head, because you might roll on it. Right?
Who said you can't put it next to your head?
Why are you not? Oh, you're not concerned, just like the felon.
Under.
No, right. You're not concerned that you're going to roll on it, even though it's shatnas.
Yeah.
But that's risky.
Yeah, it is. Playing with fire, you gotta be careful.
It's playing with a neatzite. It's a neatzite. It's a spark that could turn into.
Big day kahuna caution hain. The garments of the Kohanim were hard.
So what? They're not going to warm him up. They're not.
And then it wouldn't be a problem. And you won't get warm from it. And we need that you're going to put it on similar to wearing it. You're going to have it similar. So therefore. There's not going to be a concern of killing.
This heartfelt of nourish is permitted.
If it's hard, then it's fine. Kashru being is chamin mafarish, and there's a long mafarish is going to go into it more. And it looks like there's a long parenthesis that got taken out over there.
Right, it's not going to wrap. It's not going to wrap around someone's skin.
Huh?
It's not going to wrap around someone's skin. It's fine.
Okay.